Here we are back with another video, and I'm very happy to record this video because today, the day I'm recording, it's the 27th of December. So in 3 days, sorry, in 4 days actually, it's gonna be a new year. It's gonna be a new start for everyone and each of us. And some people, they take or the new year or September. Here in Europe is very popular to take the 1st of the September like as a new fresh start, or the 1st of January like a new fresh start and all that stuff. The fact is, girl, you should believe like every day you can change your life. You can start all over again every day if you decide it. So don't be worried maybe if you're not currently in this right mood, right situation to just start all over again and all that stuff. You can decide to do it on a random Monday, on a random Tuesday, on a random Wednesday. I do not care, but you can start your life all over again. How do you do this? You give yourself another opportunity. So for me, for my personal life, I started my life all over again. It was in August. I just decided on a random day, I didn't want to live anymore the life I was living. I didn't want to do anymore the job I was doing. I didn't want anymore to be surrounded by the people I was surrounded. And I just decided I want to start my life over again. It was a random Wednesday, literally. And I said, okay, I'm starting my life right now. I gave myself a second chance. Just learn to give yourself second chances, because we give people second, third, 25 chances, but we do not give ourselves a second chance. So we should start learning and understanding that all the other people around us, most of the time they do not deserve a second chance, but we do. I deserve a second chance with myself, and I'm gonna give it to me, because if God gives me the opportunity to give myself a second chance, why would I not take it? Why would I not start all over again? And this video, I'm going to talk about how you start your life all over again. What are the main things that help me improve my life, help me improve the person I am, help me become and grow till the woman I am now, and I continue growing in. I continue growing, I continue developing and evolving. So first of all, let me share a little bit of my personal life, of my story, how I started my personal growth, my self-development journey. So the first part, maybe that's important to talk about, is I had some very big family problems. I lived in a very I had an abusive childhood. I live in an abusive household, and that was very, very hard for me. That was very hard for me to process. That was very hard. It was blocking me from a lot of things. And when at 16 years old, the opportunity of starting a business was presented to me, I took the chance. I just said, okay, let's do it, because I needed to do something else with my life. My mindset was, I never need to depend on anyone, because I was financially depending on my parents. And for me, asking them money every time, it was like a torture, because I understood that I had to do something in return and all that stuff. It was very, very hard. So I said, okay, at least I can get myself financially stable, get myself financially okay, and I will not depend on anyone, just on me. So I started my first business at 16 years old, which was a very great journey. I'm so happy for all the people I met. I'm so happy for all the mentors I had in the business. I'm so happy for everything that happened, even though there were a lot of negative things. So I was doing very well financially at a point, because I had like 1 year where I would just grow up my business, and after 1 year I was very, very financially stable. I had my own money, and I was in this mindset, I'm gonna do everything alone. I don't need anybody. I have my own money. I can make my own money, so nobody needs to say anything to me, because I built myself up from scratch. I built it myself. I built my character, which was not the character I am in now. So it was another character. I just like to call it my past life, my old life, because those people, that me, is not resonating with me anymore. So now I'm on currently a different level. It's like another person, you know. And I started meeting a lot of people, and for the fact that I started meeting a lot of people, I have my circle. Okay, I was, surrounded by some people who at the time I thought they were great, but at a point I just understood that I was living their life. I was living their dreams. They had all those dreams. So for example, they had those dreams to go in the big city, Dubai, and get a car, and have this giant mansion and just flex their cars on Instagram and all that stuff. I had this dream. I was like, I want it too. I want a Lamborghini. I want to live in Dubai and all that stuff. Till a point where I was like, girl, let's talk. Like, let's like genuinely talk, because I was not happy anymore. I was not happy. I was burned out because I went to school and I worked all day. I didn't have any free time. I didn't even knew who I was, for the fact that I was living in other people's dreams. One day I just sat with myself and I was just super honest. It was hurtful. It was painful to admit that that was not my dream. Like, I do not care about like a car, a piece of metal that when I die, what will happen? What's the point? Okay, I have a car. And so if you're a shitty person and you have a luxury car, that doesn't mean anything. That means you're a shitty person with a luxury car. Like, bro. So I just understood that that was not my dream. I was not happy. I was not happy in that circle. I was not happy doing that job anymore, because it wasn't serving me anymore, because it's not the money. It's not the money, because I made money. It's not the money. It's I was not pleased as a person. Okay, so I was betraying myself by staying in a job, staying in a circle of people that didn't please me anymore, that didn't develop my life anymore. So I was so fed up. I was so burnt out that one day I just left my business. I just literally, I deleted all the groups, all the business chats. I changed my phone number as well. I blocked, before changing my phone number, I blocked all the people that were people that, they improved my life in somehow, which can be a positive or negative way, but still, I just learned a lot. I grew a lot. So I just blocked everybody with all the, with sending so much love and wishing good luck to everybody. I just blocked everyone and I bought a ticket to Russia. And this was my last money. I understood that I quit my business, so I didn't have a source of money. I didn't know when money is gonna come. So I got this ticket, I got an apartment, and I went to Russia. I spent 2 months, sorry, my English is not Englishing today. So I spent 2 months in Russia, where I was alone. I was completely alone. So just keep in mind the fact that I blocked everyone. I didn't have any more people in my circle anymore. I just talked with my mom and with my sister. That was it. That was it. I just talked like, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? I'm fine. That's it. So I just spent some time alone. I spent a lot of time alone. I went on activities alone. I went in restaurants alone. I went to bars alone. I went to concerts, theaters, cinemas alone. I did everything alone. And that helped me so much, because in that day, some days I was sad. I was like, bro, I am alone. Like, I used to be so scared of being alone. But then I was like, what if God just removed all the people around me, just for me to remain just me and God, and understand and build this connection with Him. And when I started getting close to religion in general, to faith, a couple of years ago. But I was, I was put in this mentality that I need to fear God, that I need to be scared of God, because if I do something wrong, life is gonna hit me up. So I was scared, and I was in this toxic mentality about how should I dress, how should I look, how should I talk, and all that stuff, because if no, God is gonna punish you and all that stuff. So when I went to Moscow, I just genuinely built a connection, me with God. No people, nobody tell me what to do, nobody tell me how to talk to God, nobody tell me anything. And I built a genuine connection with my faith and with God, till the point that I understood that faith is actually listening to yourself, because God talks to you from yourself and from the people you randomly meet. So if I listen genuinely to myself, that's when I'm gonna be happy. I do not listen to what other people say. Sometimes on Instagram I see this this sheikhs, or if you're a Christian, this how do you say, not prophets, but the people that talk about religion. So priests, I think it's the right term, and they talk so much about so many things. They give those rules and all that stuff, but they're just people like us. Like, nobody genuinely knows how to get close to God if not you for yourself. Because I know my way to get closer to God. I know what I should do, and God wants the best for you. God wants for you to be happy. And if you listen to other people who are, I repeat, are people like you on the same level, because we are all on the same level, how are you going to build a connection with God? Because if somebody tells you, for building a connection with God, you have to follow certain rules and all that stuff. Just listen to yourself. Like that's such a big advice I can give to people. Like, listen to yourself, because God wants you to be happy. And how can you become happy? You just listen to your needs, yourself. You put yourself as a priority, and God will be happy for you. God will be happy about what you're doing. And some people love to put themselves in the position of God. That makes me so much mad, because some people just love to put themselves in the position of God and be like, oh, you're gonna hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you back, like I'm gonna destroy you, I'm gonna destroy your reputation, destroy your life. Like, you are not God. You are not God. If somebody harms me, I never, never, never take revenge. Like, why would I invest more time in this person who just made me lose my time and made me lose my nerves and made me lose my mental health? And I should invest even more time in this person, give my energy to this person? I won't. I will just remove myself, okay, block list, and God will think of everything. Like, God is the one that knows what you did good and what you did wrong. So he knows when it's time for you to punish you in a good way to make you learn from your mistakes, or when to, please you with something great. So just remove your energy. Don't do this like childish things like revenge. I'm going to take revenge. I'm going to do this, that. That's not the point. That's not how life works. I just remove my energy. And I decided to start to remove my energy from literally all the people that I just feel something off. Okay, there doesn't need to be like something they did, they hurt me in some way. If my intuition tells me that's not the right person, they are not. That's it. I don't need further explanations. I do not care, but my intuition is just God talking to me. It's just God talking through me and telling me something. Okay. And there was one time, let me tell you this story. So there was one time I was in Dubai. I was on a business trip, and I met this girl. So, and she met some people, and she told me, let's go to take like a dinner with them. So, and my intuition told me, don't go. Like, Anya, don't go. Do something else instead. But at the end, she convinced me to go, and I was like, okay, if it's just a dinner, that's great. I felt so bad in that dinner. I felt so bad surrounded by those people. Like, people, like, seriously discussing shit they were saying, like super narcissistic, super like self-centered, and like, yeah, they were just terrible people. And I felt so scared during that dinner. I felt like I was betraying myself so much. Like, literally, I had the thought just to get my ass off the chair and walk away, because seriously, it was so terrible. And that was the time, God, I know that was the time that God says, like, you didn't listen to me, to your intuition. Now take this shit. I felt so bad in that night. Like, that was one of the worst experiences I had during that trip. Never gonna do it again. So basically, people should start just listening to themselves. Listen to you and prioritize yourself. Fill your own cup. And if somebody wants to stay with you, girls do this very big mistake in relationships, which I also did in my past, which is putting more attention into him than towards ourselves. What's going to happen if you put more attention into him? He's going to love him more. So, for example, let me tell you this example. So, men, how do men think? Let's talk about men. How do men think? They, like, if you give them a gift, for example, you give them a gift, you give them, I don't know, like a new pair of shoes, and they go to their friends and they're like, look what pair of shoes my girlfriend gave me because I am so amazing. Now, let's look at another scenario. A boyfriend gives his girlfriend, for example, some earrings. She goes to her friends and says, he's so amazing. He gifted me these earrings. We do not say, I am so amazing, like men do. I am so amazing that I deserve this. Like she wanted to give me this because I am so amazing. Okay. We say, yeah, he is so great. So he did this for me. We should start filling our own cup first. And when our cup is filled, what comes out of the cup can be shared. But first, I fill my own cup because I am the only person. This is what I used to always say in my business mentorships to my students, that I am the only person who's gonna be with me for all my life. Like our parents won't be there for all our lives. One time we're like, will we move out, and one day they're not going to be on this earth anymore. Our friends, our partner, whatever, our siblings, whatever. I am the only person that will be with me for the rest of my life. So why can't I build a healthy character to be with? Because I'm with me 24/7. You are with yourself 24/7. Just build a healthy character. Build a temple you feel comfortable in. Okay, as we say, your body is your temple. Yeah, that's great, but your mind is mostly your temple. Because if you are paranoid, if you're an overthinker, you're not going to be at peace with yourself. And I'm saying this as an overthinker as well. And I'm working on it so much. And I'm a retired people pleaser as well. So I just, one day, also about people pleasing, I just stopped. I remember, so there was this girl that texted me, and I didn't want to hear anything from this person because she hurt my feelings. She disrespected me. I didn't want to hear anything from her. And I remember that was the first time I just replied like a bitch, okay? Because I had two choices, reply like a people pleaser or reply like a bitch. And I chose myself. So I chose to reply like a bitch. And I was like, girl, I don't want to hear anything from you. That was it. From that day on, I started replying like a bitch. I'm not a people pleaser anymore. I don't want to please you. I don't care who the fuck are you. If I need to please somebody, I will please myself. I will not please other people. I will not stand on the expectations of other people of me. I do not care which one for me. I do not care. I do what I want because it's my life, my choices. I'm building my own future. I am not here to make you feel great about yourself and all that stuff. You should do this job for yourself too, but I will do it for me. So I just put all my energy, all my efforts into me. I put my time, I put my positive thoughts for myself. I do not do it for other people. Like, I remember my manifestation journal. I had this manifestation journal, which I started when I started my first business. So it was like 4 years ago. And I remember I just wrote like, literally, I'm embarrassed, okay? I'm embarrassed to say that. So I had this leader who was very, very, such a great leader, one of the best mentors I've ever had. He taught me so much. And at the time, I wrote in my manifestation journals, I wish for this person, I'm not gonna say his name, to like me, okay, to just put some time, more energy into me so I can learn more for my business. Of course, it was related to business and to knowledge this person had. When I just literally looked at that journal and I read this, I was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you manifesting like for people to like you? You see how people pleasing this is? So much. Now a manifestation journal looks like this. I'm so happy. I feel great with myself. I'm so happy. I don't experience, boredom with myself. I'm feeling good, feeling good. That's it. And how do you do this? Like, how do you build a healthy character within yourself? So first of all, find your archetype. Like, what's the person you want to be like? I didn't have an archetype. Literally, when people during my business career used to ask this, like, who are you looking up to? And I was like, nobody, literally nobody, because there was no woman or no man resonating with what I want to be in the future. So I decided to build my own character. I have this higher version of myself that I look up to. And also when I meditate, sometimes I need to, I need to figure out something. I need to understand something. I need to, I need some answers. When I meditate, I talk with my higher self. I'm like, what would my higher self do in this situation? What would she do? What would that girl do? And it's just building up in your imagination, this person. And I know it's so basic, but start to behave like that person. And as soon as you start to behave like that person, it can be in the small things. You're not like you dress all cozy and all that stuff, and the other day you start, doing something you don't want, dressing in a way you don't want. That's not the point. What's the mindset of this person? Okay, what does this person think? When a certain situation happens, what does this person think? So, and also, when I want to, reply in some way and all that stuff, I just ask, okay, would my higher self reply in this way? Would my higher self go to this event? I had this big invitation recently to this amazing event about fashion. I'm not related to fashion, by the way, but I had this invitation because I had some people I knew that were going to this event, and they were like, okay, we will send you an invitation because we want to hang out with you. I was like, okay, will my higher self go there? Yes, she would. But my intuition was telling me that something is not right, that something is not okay. I don't need to go. So, and there were such important people that I'm sure networking with those people will be great. They will be fantastic. They're so great people, like so many knowledge. I could gain a lot of new information and all that stuff. I listened to my gut, and the thing I discovered later, that on that event, there were some people who were very abusive towards me, and I just didn't go. What would happen if I went there? What would happen if I didn't listen to my intuition? I would be just like there shaking, okay? I would be there and I would not feel good. I will not feel at peace, and peace is the only thing I seek. Peace is the only thing I seek in this world, my personal peace. And I always thought that other people would create my personal peace. Then I understand that I create my personal peace and I choose. First of all, you should choose to be at peace, because if you are with this chaotic people that just like drain your energy out and all that stuff, you are choosing not to be at peace. What you're not changing, you are choosing. So you are choosing to not be at peace because you surround yourself with environments, with situations, with people that do not let you feel at peace with yourself. So just choose peace. Peace over drama, distance over disrespect, and that's it. That's how the game is played. This video was so calm. Like, I'm so impressed by myself that I'm so calm. Like, I'm not shouting, I'm not yelling. Usually my videos I just yell and shout, and this is part of my character, this is part of who I am. But I do it with a nice purpose, because sometimes I get mad and like I need to shout and scream. But this video was so calm. Maybe because this year is ending, and I'm very happy that this year I lost a lot. I had a lot of failures. I literally cried a lot of tears, but the most important thing, which is why I can call this year one of probably the best year of my life, is that I found myself. And the fact that I found myself is worth every single tear, is worth every single rejection, is worth every single failure. So yeah, I feel great. Thank you so much for watching my content, so for watching this video, and I hope I just helped you somehow, or even if I just shared my energy with you, I'm just happy for this today.